because he felt that Nas stole his style.
I feel that, dude. Asmongold stole my swag.
And you're still trying to push through and try to convince people that your stuff is good. You might be
Dude, trying to convince people your stuff is good is a fucking funny ass sentence, dude.
I might have a delusional train of thought sometimes where I can say, well, man, maybe we could take this artist.
But yeah, there's definitely like you have to be a little delusional to work in music before you like anything really happens for you, for sure. I mean, you could just be overly confident too. All right, let's see what Bolo's cooking here. Artist delusional syndrome. What is this?
Listen, some of you guys are confident and some of you guys are delusional. Let's talk about it. Listen, I've been doing music for 25 years, and with me being a producer and an engineer, I have came across a lot of artists, okay? Mostly hip hop and R&B artists. I've done a little bit of country, done a small bit of rock, not that much jazz, not that much blues, nothing like that. So I can only really talk about what I see in this genre. And what I can say is there is a lot of delusional artists out here, okay? A lot of delusional producers, engineers,
Right.
managers, writers. There's a lot of that too, but we're going to talk about artists today because that's what I have seen the most. Now, I've seen some delusional producers and stuff like that as well, but we're talking about artists right now because that's the ones I've seen the most, okay? And I'm going to start off with a quick story. I remember there was this guy who was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He was living in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And at that time, I had a studio in my apartment because I was going to school there. And he used to come by and record. And he was delusional. I'm just going to say it just like that. He was delusional because he felt that Nas stole his style.
I feel that, dude. Asmongold stole my swag.
Yeah. Even though Nas was rapping before him, he felt that Nas stole his style. And he felt that Nas basically copied him because he said back in the day he sent his tape, I guess, to some record labels back in the late 90s. And Nas must have heard his tape and completely stole his whole style. Now, mind you, this guy was maybe about...
Bro. Yeah, he wasn't delusional, dude. He was correct.
6, 7 years older than me. So I was 22 at the time. He was like 29, maybe close to 30. And he was not that good of a rapper. Just gonna be honest with you. Hopefully, you know, he's not really watching this right now. But
yeah,
he was not that good of a rapper.
Guy.
And he felt that he was the best rapper of all times. And that nobody...
Every rapper feels that way.
I mean, nobody was better than him. Even the guys who was on like the Smack DVDs back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember that, the Murder Mooks and all that stuff like that. He felt that he was a great battle rapper even though he could not battle. And he was just completely delusional. And as time went on, I started meeting a lot more artists like that who are very delusional and confident at the same time. And just stick around because I'm going to tell you why, you know, it could hurt a lot of artists who are confident, okay? The delusional artists can hurt confident artists, so just stick around for that. But, you know, over time I would, you know, be in the studio working, and I remember vividly one time I was working with an artist that was a singer. Singer.
Okay.
And she felt that she was the best singer of all times to the point to whereas she felt that she was almost like better than Whitney Houston. Like she just really felt that she was a very good singer because her family thought she was a good singer and she sung in church. Okay, y'all know where I'm going with this. So she came into the studio one time and she was singing and she was off. But she was tone deaf. This is where the delusion starts, okay? She was tone deaf. So
both
me,
tone and pitch,
you know,
or pitch?
At the time, auto-tune was out. I was like, hey, let me just go ahead and slide a little tune in here.
Oh, no.
Just to help out.
She ain't like that.
Right? Get it sounding good. Because it's not about what we're doing. It's the finished product of how this thing has a sound. And oh my goodness, when she heard auto-tune in her voice, she was like, what is this? What is this effect on my voice? Take this off my voice. Went off on me in the studio. And I'm like, oh, is this a little thing where it kind of tunes your vocals to where, you know, if you're a little bit off, you know, that, nah, take that off. I don't want to do that.
Bro, many such cases. Many such cases.
So I had to survive
It's always funny when people are like, hey, I want it to sound natural, you know? I want it to sound natural. And it's just like, you know, I don't know if all natural is for you. Also, was Melodyne not an option?
a 6-hour session of bad vocals being recorded, and she did not want any help because she had a vocal coach with her who was her friend that sung with her at the church, and she was her vocal coach. So we had 2 delusional people in the studio at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And
that's dangerous, dude. They enhance each other's powers. You don't want that.
The song came out horrible, but she felt that it came out right. It was horrible. Okay? I still got the session. I would never let anybody hear that.
What about us right now? You thought about that?
Last but not least, another situation. Rappers. And like I said, I only dealt with a lot of hip-hop and R&B artists. Rappers. Who would come into the studio, would book the least amount of time to talk about all the money, all the sex, and all the drugs.
Love this. Love this.
And at the end of the session, we'll sit there and like.
Why would you even step in the studio with them? They paid. I'm assuming.
About a penny pinch, like, bro, like I was only in here for like an hour and a half instead of doing the full 2 hours. Can you give me a break?
People mad some AI music is good. What AI music is good? You know what I'd really be into right now? I would like to debate some AI person, someone who believes in AI, generative AI, and why they think it's good.
No. Are you delusional? No. And then I had
speaking of delusion, that is.
To deal with hearing these terrible, terrible lyrics and terrible cadences.
Comedy AI music is good. Yeah, I agree. It's like it's only good use.
Even though you're a rapper, you still have to kind of be in tune with the beat. Like I know you're not singing, but you still have to have a nice tone, like a nice tonal balance with the beat. And this rapper was off. And I've dealt with a lot of rappers like that too, where they're like their tonal balance is just completely off. Like they're horrible.
Debate chat got dude. What?
But he was jumping around like, oh man, the streets is gonna eat this up, man.
It's way more fun to debate someone who has a voice. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go straight. The radio gonna have to play this and this, that, whatever. And I'm sitting thinking to myself, no.
Yeah, I think he means pitch. It's fine though.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
You're delusional.
Streets is saying you delusional.
And it's pretty rampant out here right now from what I've seen. It's pretty rampant.
Streets are saying you got some gay glasses on, Weaver. That true?
I ain't gonna lie to you. But why am I talking about this? Why is it so much of a concern for me? Because number one, when you have people that are...
No, people have heard the term tone deaf. I just think people are taking it literally. It's tone and pitch deaf. For some reason, tone deaf is the way more popular one. Pitch deaf is like what? Well, you can be both. You can be both, for sure.
Delusional, they kind of get caught up with the same people who are confident. You have some people that are really good that are confident, who may be deemed delusional because you have a lot.
Does Bolo whiten his teeth? No, I just think he has a completely perfect dental hygiene routine. Definitely no whitening involved with that.
A lot of delusional artists out here running around. I have no problem with confidence because confidence can replicate itself over and over again.
Okay.
Just like how delusion can replicate itself over and over again.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it is a confident artist knows where they're supposed to be. A delusional artist feels like they're supposed to be there. There's a difference between knowing and feeling like you're supposed to be there. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some delusional artists that might come out with a record that might sound pretty good, and you might think, oh, no, they're not delusional. It's just, they might be overly confident in themselves. But what you got to do is when you're working with these certain artists, and this is when you get to the phase of like if you're a producer or a writer or engineer, or whatever, you want to work with a particular artist, you got to kind of do this over and over and over again to see if these people are delusional or if they're just confident.
I feel like you can usually read someone pretty quickly. I don't know. Yeah, he's yapping. Props for being able to yap like this. I mean, this is not bad. This is not that bad.
Because right now, all of that gets thrown into the same pot. And
compare this to Busy, bro. This is God tier yapping by comparison.
Sometimes if you're somebody like me who constantly looks for really dope artists, you got to really weed through the people who are just confident artists.
I mean, there's definitely a spectrum to it too. You can be like a little delusional. There's like a little delusional, then there's like full-blown delusional. You can be confident and a little delusional. I feel like that's not really that big of an issue. I don't know, it's mostly an issue when it's just like I made an AI track that proves it, Weaver. Okay, send me it.
Versus the delusional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not mutually exclusive. Some people are just full-on delusional though.
Artists. And to be honest, I have to check myself. You know, I don't ever want to be seen as delusional. Like, I don't. Like, even when I make my videos or even when I'm in the studio making beats, a lot of times I would say like, hey, you know, this beat sounds pretty cool that I made. It's cool.
It's okay.
It's right.
Just like you make the dopest thing you ever heard. You're just like, it's all right. Streets say it's all right. I ain't really fucking with it. You know, people say they like it. I ain't really fucking with it though.
Some people may say it is. Some people may say it's, you know, it's not. But everything is subjective. But I never want to be the type of person who tries to force my delusion on people. Okay? I might have a delusional train of thought sometimes where I can say, well, man, maybe we could take this artist.
Well, yeah, there's definitely like a little, you have to be a little delusional to work in music before you like anything really happens for you, for sure. I mean, you can just be overly confident too.
And put them in this genre, do this and do that. And it may sound not good, you know, but sometimes I have to sit down and really think about it. Because I don't ever want nobody to look at me and say like, Bolo, he is delusional. Like, it's bad. So I have to check myself. And if I'm checking myself, I think every artist out here needs to check themselves as well to make sure that you're not making yourself look like a...
See, this video is kind of pointless by design because anyone who's delusional will not actually engage with this properly. They're not going to actually engage with this. They're going to be like, oh, that's not me. When in reality, they should be watching this and learning from this.
Fool out here. Because there's a lot of artists that are looking crazy out here that is making the game look really bad right now. Music is not for everybody. Okay? It's welcomed for you to try, but it's not a long...
He's like, anyways, so I know I'm not delusional, but I'm going to sing for the rest of the video, all right? For the next 5 minutes, you're going to hear me cover Whitney Houston. I sound great, don't I?
Term thing for everybody. Now, I know for some people, it might be an outlet to where, you know, you might want to let off some steam and you might want to just do stuff at the house and you just want to make music for yourself. That's one thing. But the record industry is not a thing for delusional individuals, because even the ones who do make it in there, the ones who may be confident that as soon as they get a hit record, they just turn completely delusional. I'm the best rapper in the world. I've been doing this, and I'm... That's
definitely happened. That's definitely happened. I'm trying to think who. I mean, there's a lot of artists where, like, after they got traction, they kind of really fell off. Like, personally, I feel like Playboi Carti. I don't know, his last few, bro, that recent album, it's crazy because people gas it up and like, dude, that shit... I'm sorry, that Playboi Carti, I did not like that shit at all. I get it was different, but bro, nah.
I'm the best. If you only got one hit record.
Now, put in my Discord, Nicolaj Kellerup. I definitely said that correct, and I'm not delusional.
A lot of those artists don't make it pretty much past that because the delusion was set in that they're the best, but other people sitting there looking like, bro, you got one hit. You got one song. Just chill. Relax.
Who are some delusional artists? Okay. Hold on. There's definitely a lot, dude. Oh, wait, you know who's the most delusional of all time? Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman. There is no one more delusional than that. Terrible Unk Take. Name one good Playboi Carti song off that recent album where he's not doing some like stupid fucking voice, dude.
And then it rubs people off the wrong way.
Sorry, that was an oxymoron right there. Timbaland, I guess so.
How a lot of those, you know, confident artists act after they get like a little bit of success, and they just turn completely delusional. So right now, what I say to a lot of people is check yourself. Be truly honest with yourself, because there is no way that you cannot notice when things are not right. I'm just looking at it from my point of view. It's no way, because I know there's got to be something telling you this ain't right.
Whoever booking Corey Feldman is delusional. I think he's paying them to book him.
Or maybe not. You know, some people may just be that delusional. They just don't know.
I don't even like that song, but Evil Jordan is a good Cardi song. Hold on. Is that the one? That's not the one with Kendrick on it, right? I only listened to it once when it came out.
But what I do want to say is, for all of the artists out there,
the one with Kendrick on it sucks.
If somebody's telling you that they don't...
Like, that might be one of Kendrick's worst songs. Cardi, my evil twin. Cardi, my evil twin.
Like something, it's a reason why. It's their own subjective advice on why they don't like it. You know? But at the end of the day, at least try to understand what they're saying. And if multiple people are telling you this, then it's probably... you know, a reason why they're telling you that. It might be a reason that it might not be that good. And sometimes when you hear that over and over again, that, you know, certain things aren't right, you might be a little delusional and thinking that, oh, well, it still is good. Even though everybody's telling me it's not, or if you notice people not really messing with you like that, and they're not, really digging your music like that, it's not because they're hating, it's because it's just not good.
I mean, I feel like it's a little more complex than that. I do feel like it's more complex than that. I mean, not all music is for everyone, for sure. There's like a whole spectrum of shit here. Some people are hating. Sometimes people are delusional, and sometimes it's not for them.
And that's why I say a lot of times people try to force their delusion on people and try to say, oh, they just hating on me, and just that, whatever. Nah, bruh, you're delusional. That's what it is. Now, if there's, if you have people that are really liking your music and you're really feeling yourself and you just have some confidence, that's one thing. But if you have a whole bunch of people that are looking at you sideways and you're still trying to push through and try to convince people that your stuff is good, you might be falling into delusion.
Dude, trying to convince people your stuff is good is a fucking funny ass sentence, dude. No. Have you tried listening again? Turn it up a little bit this time. Maybe turn up the bass a little bit.
Okay. But to everybody out here, check yourself. Really, really check yourself sometimes and check your own temperature and make sure that you're not out here looking like a fool. Because there's a lot of artists out here looking like that. Now, my question to a lot of you guys are, have you ran across these delusional artists?
Not one. Never once in my life. Everyone I've ever interacted with is completely awesome. I'm the one that's delusional, but I don't know it.
In the comment section. You ain't got to say their names and nothing like that, but let's just keep it friendly.
No, let's say their names.
But go ahead and, let me know your situation. It doesn't have to be like a whole story, but just let me know, like, have you ever dealt with one? You can either just say yes or no.
I mean, being a realist is probably like one of the greatest assets you can have as a musician or artist.
Or you can like kind of give me a short story of what you had to go through. And let me know if you ever caught yourself being a little delusional as well. Because I know in the beginning, I used to think I was the best producer of all time, too.
Ocean.
I ain't gonna lie, but
You trying to get me killed, bro? Speaking about Ocean again? I mean, I will if I have to. Bro, his fans, dude, holy shit. I didn't read like most of the comments, but some people showed me them. They're mad as hell, dude. They're mad as hell. Ocean sucks. I kind of just want to bait them now.
As I got a little bit older and got into the
Thought I was listening to an Ocean song one time, but it was just a recording of a bunch of farts.
game, it's kind of like, I'm nowhere near it. You know what I'm saying? But, that's how it is sometimes. But let me...
Bro, Kendrick Lamar is delusional. So is Drake. They're both delusional.
Let me know if you dealt with somebody like that.
Billie Eilish, delusional.
Are you a recovering delusional artist yourself? So, hope you guys...
Bro, the more I'm hearing the word delusional, it just sounds like a fake word now.
Guys enjoy this, and don't be delusional.
All right. That solved the problem for me, yeah.